I'd say, I'm getting old. You are, you're going to be my doctor. You can be the lawyer that I go to. You can be the accountant that I go to. You're going to be the senator. So straighten up.
So true.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
We didn't know how sick you were.
yeah.
We didn't know if you were
7 o'clock having arrived and passed. Thank you for your patience. I call to order the agenda setting meeting for the Woodland Hills Board of School Directors for the month of March. It's March 14th, 2018. Ms. Pule, will you call the roll, please?
Ava Johnson. Paige Strasberg.
Here.
Jeff Hanchett. Jeff Hildebrand.
Here.
Mike Belmont.
Here.
Sade Seligson.
Present.
David Graves.
Here.
Jamie Glasser.
Present. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for that. At next week's meeting, we will accept the minutes for the February agenda and legislative meetings. The board did hold an executive session both following the February 21st meeting and this evening prior to this meeting to discuss legal and personnel matters. Ms. Lentz, any announcements?
Yeah, I have a few announcements. We had the walkout today in two of our schools, the high school and the academy. The high school had about 500 kids. They walked out orderly. They met in the auditorium and then went outside. Several of the students spoke. They did a lot of chanting and what have you. It was very, very good, and it was very empowering for the students, and it was very, very good to see. The academy had about 50 students. They walked outside and they stood in silence for 17 minutes. And a couple sports. Over the weekend, our boys basketball team was in the first round of the state playoffs. I went to the game. It was a great game, and they fell short. They finished the season 25-5. Benito Cantoris from the swim team, he qualified for states, which was today. He swam this morning and got a personal best in the 100, but he didn't qualify for the finals for states. But good for him. He's a senior, and he's been a long-time swimmer. And our rifle team this year finished second in the Whippeal. So good wear for sports. And that's all I have.
I just want to say, in regard to the student demonstrations today, that I commend them for their preparation for the event, but also for their dedication to the cause of gun violence, which has been so impactful here in our district. Certainly today's anniversary, 1 month anniversary of the Parkland shootings, is the impetus, but I think our students have feel a real passion about this issue, and I commend them for their commitment to the issue and their demonstrations today. Okay. Any other announcements from anyone? Our student speakers will be here next week. Yes. I don't have any presentations this evening. Is that correct? Okay, very good. Mr. Clanigan, I don't see this evening. He's registered to speak, but I don't see him in the audience. So, seeing no other registered speakers, that'll move us on to board matters.
Okay, authorize Jordan Tax Service and Goring, Rudder, and Beam to file new or advance already filed tax sale actions in the name of and behalf of the Woodland Hills School District when the board approves the Tricod Land Bank acquisitions of tax delinquent properties located within the Woodland Hills School District through approval of Resolution 529.18.
Any questions on that? The resolution is attached for your review.
Okay, action item 2.2, first and final reading of policy 610, purchases subject to bid.
Any questions on that?
Action item 2.3, first and final reading of policy 611, purchases budgeted.
Any questions on that? I'll note for the record that these are first and final readings because these are updates to our policy based on state law, changes in the amounts for those procedures. It seems relatively straightforward, so I think we can do that on a first and final as opposed to the 3 readings that generally occur. Okay, moving on.
Okay, action item 2.4, approval of the 2017 to 2022 collective bargaining agreement retroactive to July 1st, 2017, and that is for the support staff.
Any questions on that? Okay.
Okay, action item 3.1, curriculum, permission to attend the PAFPC 2018 annual conference, and that is for Title I, and it is paid for through Title I.
Questions? Seeing none?
Okay, special education, request approval of the educational services agreement with the Allegheny Intermediate Unit Number 3 for the 2018-19 school year.
Any questions? Okay.
Approval to renew the, 4.2, approval to renew the district's IEP writer subscription from April 1st through September 30th, 2018.
Just a note that tab reads 2108 as opposed to 2018.
Oh, look at that.
Be a long time.
Correct that, please. That's a very long contract.
Okay.
Any questions?
I do have a question.
Yeah.
So I thought Schoology was going to be able to.
So this just
replace
extends
that.
it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that
So
this
we
was
get
just-
everything transferred. That's why it's just till September.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Wanted to make sure. Okay, thank you.
But that's September.
That school would be Power School.
Yeah, Power School.
That's September of 2018, not 21.
Yes.
Okay. Moving us on.
4.3, approval to ratify the contract for the Watson Institute Friendship Academy for the 17-18 school year.
Any questions on that? Okay.
4.4, approval to ratify the contracts with News Story for the 2017-18 school year.
Any questions? Okay. Seeing none?
All right, action item 4.5, approval to operate an extended school year ESY program for the summer of 2018, running from July 9th to August 13th for students who are eligible to participate.
Any questions?
Yeah. Do we have an idea yet of how many students might be participating at this year? Or?
Currently, there's approximately 146 who are eligible. They still have to, the parents will still let us know whether or not they're going to accept that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. Good?
Moving on.
All right. People Personnel 5.1, ratify the contract with CPR Simplicity LLC for CPR First Aid recertification AED training for approximately 20 Woodland Hills staff. It was held on March 9th at a cost of $2,100.
It was 60 staff, right? You said 20.
50. Sorry.
Okay.
Shut up.
Sorry. Any other questions on that? Okay. Seeing none, move on.
Okay, action on 5.2, approval of PAR Social Norms Campaign Program at the Rank and Promise Program for the remainder of the 17-18 school year and the 2018-19 school year.
Any questions?
What's the length of the program, or how many students are involved?
Dawn.
For the bar program?
Yeah.
So for the remainder of this school year, we want to start with students, well, they would like to start with students in grades 3, 5, and 9. And then, work on the development of the program with those students, kind of start it, introduce it, and then open it up to all of the students at Rankin for next school year. And they also have an interest in extending the social norms campaign to other buildings if they're interested in doing so.
Do we know if they've done this program before, or could we see sample objectives?
I'll
for
ask them
grades?
for that, but they have, I did meet with Will, and they have the program that's been in Pittsburgh's Colfax, Pittsburgh's Arlington, and at Propel Bragg Hills.
Cost associated?
No cost, I apologize.
Okay.
No cost.
Okay, because there's also nothing attached. That's why I was curious. Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. Thank you, Ms. Golden.
Okay, section 6, personnel. Action item 6.1, permission to authorize sections A through G.
Any questions that we can answer? Okay. Seeing
Okay.
none.
Technology, action item 7.1, request permission to contract with Comcast Business as a secondary internet service provider at a monthly cost of $439.85, and that's coming from the general fund. 10.
Any questions?
Okay, action item 7.2, request permission to purchase a visitor management system for all district buildings from Raptor Technologies at a cost of $12,075, also from General Fund 10.
Any questions on that?
I assume that cost of $12,000 is for all the schools, right? So that's whatever, 4,000 or something, roughly. Okay.
Any other questions?
Okay, Building and Grounds, action item 10.1, request approval of the Siemens service agreement for 3 years beginning February 1st, 2018 through January 31st, 2021 at a cost of $28,559 per year from General Fund 10.
Any questions? Seeing none?
Okay, action item 10.2, request permission for the use of facilities by outside organizations for the 2017-18 school year.
Any questions on the facilities use?
There's
There's no list.
there used to be an attachment there. There's no attachment there now.
No, there's no attachment yet. We had both the facilities director and his secretary have been off sick for the last couple of weeks, so we are going to try to get it together tomorrow, Friday, so we can have it up for the board meeting. So you will have it hopefully by Friday.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Okay, action, legal matters, action item 11.1, permission to approve student adjudication number 7.
All right. Seeing nothing on that.
Okay, school finance, action item 12.1, request ratification of the bill list for invoices paid after February 21st, 2018 legislative meeting.
Any questions? Okay.
Action item 12.2, request approval of the March 2018 bill list.
Any questions? Okay.
Action item 12.3, request the acceptance of the February 2018 funds report and student activity reports for informational purposes.
Any questions? Okay.
Action item 12.4, request recognition of the newly appointed Chalfont tax collector.
Any questions there? Okay. Seeing none.
Action item 12.5, request approval of the investment reports for February 2018.
Any questions? Okay.
Action item 12.6, request approval to file real estate tax appeals for 2018.
Any questions on that?
Okay. Assistant Superintendent, action item 13.1, permission to accept the MOU from Churchill Borough Police Department pending the solicitor's review.
Any questions on that?
Yeah, I had a question. Crap, I didn't write down what page it's on. I'm sorry. It talks about mandatory and discretionary reporting to the police, and only students are referenced in that. Does that, if for instance a faculty would want to report another faculty for doing something, is that superseded by headline report or child line reporting or whatever? So I guess the question is, what happens if there's a faculty or staff that needs to get
The MOU
reported?
is just a offset of the Safe Schools Act for Pennsylvania, so it's a template. So this is just for schools in the MOU with police departments. So like if a teacher would do something or an adult in the building, they're just Churchill. They did a crime in Churchill, and it would just be
Okay, so
for the police.
So there doesn't have to be any addressing of adult behaviors in the MOU. Okay, just wanted to be sure that was how that worked. But
Yeah, the mayor.
Yes. We should acknowledge that Mayor Gamrat from Churchill is here. He's worked with us on the team that helped to spell out the MOU and sort of meld it to our needs. So thank you for that work. We appreciate it.
it's a very thorough. It's a very thorough document. I was just curious if adults fell into that as well, but okay, they do not.
And I should acknowledge the Churchill Council worked close with us as well to do that. So thank you for your work on that. Any other questions from anyone on the MOU?
Okay, action item 13.2, accept the 2017 PA Public Library Annual Report for informational purposes only.
Any questions on that? Okay.
And under superintendent, action item 14.1, approval of the data sharing agreement.
This is with with Allegheny County DHS, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions on that? Okay.
And that is everything.
Okay. Next week we will have our reports for committees. Before we get to that, though, any old business?
Can I bring up a question I may have had during one of these other things that I forgot to ask?
Sure.
Is that legally possible? Under
We can allow that.
Okay. The purchase of the Raptor system, does that have to go out to bid at all? Since it's over $12,000, do we need an RFP for that sort of system? I mean, I think we need the system. I'm not trying to, but
Yeah, we did.
Hi, Steve.
We did get,
Come on in.
we did look at several
Over 19,000.
oh, is it 19? Okay, I couldn't remember what the number was. All right.
for bids.
We did get
bids.
two other quotes from two different other companies.
Oh, okay.
This was the lowest priced, and it seems like Raptor will be the best fit for the district.
Right. I mean, I've heard good things about it from other places, but okay.
20,100 is the bid limit.
Okay.
That's what we just adopted in the policy.
Well, which we haven't passed yet.
And then 10.7 for that, we get quotes, which
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I always forget what all those numbers are. I apologize.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? While Steve's here? Okay.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Sorry.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Steve. Okay. All right. Any old business?
That will-
Any new business? Okay. Once again, we'll have committee reports next week. Which brings us to public communication. Is there anyone who wishes to address the board at this time? Good evening, Mr. Berry.
Good evening,
Just
Louis
a-
Berry.
Just a reminder of the 2-minute limit. Welcome your participation and thank you for being here.
Yeah, my name is Lou Berry, 256 Fleet Street, Rankin, PA. I just want to take a minute to personally thank all the board members who reached out to me and my family during the loss of my mother. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And you have our sympathy. Anyone else who wishes to address the board at this time? Okay. Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you all. See you next week.
Good night, Mr. Grace.
Bye.
Oh.